For my science class, I will be doing an assignment called Cradle to Grave, which I will be looking at how Apple products are being designed more efficiently to help save the environment and what they're doing to the actual product to help the environment as well. Apple has felt the need to improve its products to impact the environment in a good way. They designed them to use less material, ship with smaller packaging, be free of many toxic substances, and be as energy efficient and recyclable as possible. The greatest environmental challenge facing the Apple industry today is the presence of toxic substances such as arsenic, brominated flame retardants, BFRs, mercury, phthalates, and polyvinyl chloride, also known as PVC, in products. Not only are the product Apple sells free of BFRs and other harmful toxins, they have also qualified thousands of components to be free of element bromine and chlorine. The products have mercury-free LED backlights and arsenic-free glass. They also work on the packaging that is smaller, lighter, and more protective. This kind of efficient packaging design not only reduces material and waste, it also helps reduce the emissions produced during product transportation. 5% of Apple's greenhouse gas emissions are a result of transporting the products from assembly locations to distributions from hubs and regions where products are sold. For example, the packaging for the MacBook is 53% smaller than for the first generation MacBook. That means 80% more MacBook boxes fit in each shipping pallet, more pallets fit on each boat and plane, and fewer boats and planes are used, resulting in fewer CO2 emissions. Through innovations, both big and small, it uses as little as 1/6 the power consumed by a typical light bulb. Apple's A4 chip in the iPad, iPhone 4, and the iPod Touch are an example of efficient design, and Apple's engineers designed the A4 chip to be remarkably powerful and remarkably power efficient in the mobile processor. Apple has instituted recycling programs in cities and college campuses in 95% of the countries where the products are sold, diverting more than 130.2 million pounds of equipment from landfills since 1949. Currently, Apple has facilities in Austin, Texas, Sacramento, California, and Cork, Ireland. They are 100% powered by renewable energy, eliminating 19,200 metric tons of CO2 emission. Apple designs products that last. The built-in battery in the MacBooks are a perfect example. Other MacBook batteries, notebook batteries, can be charged only 200 to 300 times. The MacBook Pro uses just one battery, and about the same time as a typical notebook uses, 3. That saves you money, produces less waste, and increases the lifespan of your MacBook Pro. The iPod Classic is designed with the following features to reduce environmental impact: mercury-free LED backlit display, arsenic-free display glass, brominated flame retardant, PCV-free, and highly recyclable aluminum and stainless steel enclosure. Greenhouse emissions that come from the iPod Classic are mainly from production. 50% is from production. The product is made of 48 grams of hard drive, 30 grams of stainless steel, 80 grams of aluminum, 11 grams of battery, 19 grams circuit board, 7 gram other metals, 7 grams display, 5-gram plastic, 3-gram others. Other emissions are customer use at 31%. Transportation is 17% for the emissions, and recycling at 2% for greenhouse emissions. The packaging design uses paperboard made from 100% post-consumer recycled content. It contains 85% less volume and weighs 86% less than the original iPod. This allows over 3 times more units to be transported. All Apple products have no lead, mercury, cadmium, hexavalent chromine, and PBB and PBDE brominated flame retardants. The iPhone 4 is designed to reduce environmental impact, along with the other characteristics of the iPod Classic. Greenhouse gas emissions that come from the iPhone 4 are mainly from production, at 57%. The iPhone 4 is made up of 40.9 grams of glass, 38.7 grams of stainless steel, 27.4 grams of battery, 15.4 grams of circuit board, 7.2 grams of display, 5 grams other, and 3.1 grams of plastic. Other emissions are customer use at 34%, transportation is 8%, and recycling is at 1%. The packaging for iPhone 4 is almost entirely recyclable. It contains flip fiberboard containing 90% post-consumer recycled content. The packaging is also extremely material efficient, allowing more units to be transported. It is 14% lighter and consumes 14% less volume than the previous iPhone 3GS. The iPod Touch is designed to reduce environmental impacts and also the other characteristics of the other iPod products that have been shown. The greenhouse emissions that come from the iPod Touch are mainly from products, the production of it at 53%. It is made up of 43 grams of stainless steel, 17 grams of glass, 16 grams of battery, 11 grams of display, 6 grams of circuit board, 5 grams of plastic, and 3 grams of copper. Other emissions are customer use at 39%, transportation at 7%, and recycling at 1%. The packaging is extremely material efficient, allowing more units to be transported in a single shipping container. The retail packaging for the iPod Touch consumes 14% less plastic, 17% less volume, and is 16% lighter than the previous generation iPod Touch. The conclusions that I have come to is that Apple is trying its hardest to make its products more efficient, using less material and making them healthier for the environment, going from the product, from the production, and the recycling after effects. It is also ranking above its competition and the efficiency of its products. Apple has gone out of its way to design and make recycling areas and the places that it sells its products. I looked for research to find out where exactly Apple products are made, and I could not find a definite answer other than that of people who commented on forums. I also looked for how much of the products were made yearly, and I could not find their statistics as well. There were annual reports on the Apple website that ranged from 3 months, but I could not get a definite of how much of a certain product was made or what generation of that it was made. This concludes my cradle to grave project assignment. Thank you.